everyone, welcome back to another video today, and this video is on the preview for Chelsea's match against Burnley this Sunday, a match they must have to win with Tottenham coming up. It's the second game of the new manager Thomas Tuchel, who got a draw against Wolves in his first game. So will Thomas Tuchel get a victory, or like Burnley did to Aston Villa, they will put a dent into Chelsea's top 4 hope and Chelsea could start coming down. So let's straight away get into the preview of this massive clash. So let's start the preview with Chelsea. And Chelsea come into this match with a morale-boosting performance and a 0-0 draw. 0-0 draw might not be the most morale-boosting for people, but the performance is the one that I notice a lot. And Chelsea's performance was very different to the losses against Leicester, the win against Fulham, and it was a lot of positives for Chelsea fans to take from that performance. So Chelsea come into this with a draw, while Burnley come into this on the back of a magnificent victory against Aston Villa of 3-2. Who would have expected Burnley to beat Aston Villa? Even big teams struggle against Aston Villa, and the 2 times Burnley went down, one time 0-1 and then 1-2, and still they beat Aston Villa 3-2. So Chelsea need to take them very seriously. So now I move on to Burnley's stat. And Burnley's stat this season have been that Burnley have taken 22 points from 19 games with 6 wins, 4 draws and 9 defeats. So they have done very well because they were one of the most relegation favourites for people with lack of spending, and Sean Dyche has done a fabulous job this season. While they have scored the least goal in the league along with Sheffield United, they have only scored 13 goals this season, while Sheffield United has scored 12, from which 3 of them came against Aston Villa. So they struggle in front of the goal, but the third point is very positive, that since then 5-0 humiliation by Man City, Burnley have taken 17 points from the last 10 games, where they have won 5, drawn 2, lost 3, and the victories include Liverpool at Anfield and Aston Villa. So Burnley are on a good form and can beat anyone on the day. So now let's move on to the Chelsea vs Burnley stats. I'm going to talk about the stats at Stamford Bridge between the 2 teams, and it's an amazing match. Burnley are no pushovers and they can beat anyone, and they have not that bad record at Stamford Bridge. For both the teams, in the last 4 meetings at Stamford Bridge, Chelsea have won 2, Burnley have won 1 have been draw. There was a 2-2 draw under Maurizio Sarri. It was a 3-0 victory when Chelsea won the title under Antonio Conte. It was a 3-2 victory for Burnley when Antonio Conte last season at Chelsea, while last year youthful Chelsea side got a 3-0 victory against Burnley. So Burnley have always given Chelsea a fight, and along with that, Chelsea have always scored at least 2 goals or above in the last 4 meetings against Burnley at Stamford Bridge. So this was about the Chelsea vs Burnley stats at Stamford Bridge. Now we move on to the likely lineup that we can expect from Chelsea. So in my opinion, Thomas Tuchel is a manager that you just cannot say. You cannot believe what Thomas Tuchel can do. He's a very tricky person. So you don't know which lineup he can go. One thing is for sure, he will 100% go with Thiago Silva. He will 100% go with Edouard Mendy. That's 100% clear. And then I think he'll go with Ben Chilwell. Now I have attached a photo where you can say this was one of the last best performances Ben Chilwell's put. He has been really disappointing for a lot of weeks. But I expect the manager to trust him, and I think Ben will slowly bounce back. While Cesar Azpilicueta, the experienced player, will stay at the right, Mateo Kovacic was sublime against Wolves and he will keep his place. While N'Golo Kante would have been there, but sadly, because I think he's still not fully fit, it will be Jorginho keeping his place along with Kovacic. But I don't think it will be 3 at the back, because Thomas Tuchel goes along with the opponents, and against Burnley he won't go with 3 at the back. So it will be 4 along with Jorginho Kovacic. Then it will be, I think, Hakim Ziyech at the right. Hudson-Odoi is a popular under him. It's clear that Tuchel loves Hudson-Odoi, and he's going to be at the left with Mason Mount in the middle while Kai Havertz get a rest. So these things will get rotated, and then I think he will go with Tammy Abraham for more mobility as compared to Giroud, who had a disappointing performance against Wolves. Well, Timo Werner is at the moment out of form, so I don't think he will feature in this game. This was Chelsea lineup. Now we move on to Burnley likely lineup. And in my opinion, Burnley will go with the lineup that we know most popular with them. The stable lineup they always play. Nick Pope as the keeper. Chelsea have to work very hard if they are to break this keeper. One of the best performing keeper right now in the Premier League. Matt Lowton at the right. Peters at the left. Tarkowski in the middle. You know their left fullbacks are not going to be that attacking. So it will be more defensive side. Then Brady and McNeil in the wings. And then Westwood and Brownhill in the middle. McNeil and Brady will be very dangerous from set pieces, and Chelsea need to be very careful on their deliveries, which can be bounced upon by the strikers Westwood, Brownhill. And the 2 strikers that will be, in my opinion, play is Jay Rodriguez and Chris Woods. Now, won't be surprised if Ashley Barnes feature and Jay Rodriguez doesn't, because Ashley Barnes is someone who troubles the big teams. But still, I think he will persist with Jay Rodriguez, and Chris Wood is a permanent. Now we move on to the last part of the video, and that's the prediction. So Burnley are no push overs. They can trouble anyone, and when a team will park a proper bus, it won't be easy for them to break down. But Chelsea now will have had at least 3-4 days training session with Thomas Tuchel, so they will become better in my thinking in attacking department. Defensively, I don't think Chelsea will concede a goal. Attackingly, just like the Wolves game, this will be hard. It's not going to be a new manager bounce 3-4-0 victory, no. But this will be a match where attacking qualities of Chelsea will be even more clearer to see in the Thomas Tuchel. The identity will be more clear. The precision will be more quicker. And I think that will help Chelsea win this game. I think Chelsea will struggle a bit, but they will get the 2-0 victory. That first goal will open the floodgates and Chelsea will score another. And they will cruise to a 2-0 victory where it will be hard in the first parts, but they will get through it. So this was my prediction. This was my preview. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share and subscribe towards the video. Thank you.